Welcome back to Factorio Seablock and TSM. What are we in? We're in late 90s now, I think, in episodes, heading to that triple figures very quickly. And the efforts we've done with regard to plastic, I mean, it's obviously not nearly enough because we're only really getting these two machines making the boards, and it seems like it's translating into occasionally this machine working, but only this machine really working. And that's bad because it's not just this doesn't look great, but when you get way down here to dependencies on building the science, you can see when enough of these red circuits finally get through to here, another one will get built, but that's the hold up on the pink science, the one that's basically Bob's logistics. So it's only ever this machine that's running right at the moment. That said, though, we have actually done quite a few of the sciences that we wanted to do. Maybe I should check exactly where we're at. I haven't been looking because they have been moving a little bit faster than they had historically been moving. Yeah, it's probably time that we flicked out of the pink science, which we're working on, and go back to probably this one actually. I will want that one soon, but yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to trying to finish off Coverix, since we're so close. Do I really need water chemistry that much? I have no idea. Suspect I want that one more. And then we probably need to go back to the other science and do these sorts of things that we were doing but that keep getting delayed. Let's just do that for now. I mean, this just won't last, we know that. So anyway, where are we at? So obviously plastic needs more, but in addition to plastic needing more, we have a looming issue with our butane here. Even it was 183 when I started talking. Now it's 184. It only can get to 200, and then this whole process will close down, and we'll have far less plastic even than what we're getting now. Down here we're putting trees into storage just so this process can keep flowing, but actually we have run out of the yes, now you can see this one is starting up, so we're going to start using the logs a little bit faster, which hopefully will bring all this back into action, and we'll be getting more of the what are they, the raw bio resin to keep this happening. Yeah, it's already dropped to 8. Which is fascinating. But yeah, this is just abysmal. The acetone gas, I can't really work out. Oh, it's because there's not enough of this actually coming through, which would tend to suggest we could have more, but we need more of the mud for that to happen. I think I diverted all the mud from up here. Didn't I? No, it's equal. What about... Well, I don't think I'm actually using that much up above, but we basically want output priority, yeah. Output priority this way, so no mud will basically go up. It'll all go down. But coming back to the butane, I have worked out that we need some rubber. We need rubber in this recipe there. The insulated wire needs rubber. If I can find where the insulated wire is again. Maybe it's in one of these weird and wonderful locations. Rubber, there you go. Insulated wire, it needs rubber. So we've got these two ways of making rubber, liquid rubber and just using resin. If you look at the liquid rubber, styrene gas and yeah, the other one. Actually, hang on a second, I've got some heat going which is starting to get a little bit hot, so I need to pause for just a moment. Okay, that wasn't very long. So what I want to work out is in this liquid rubber recipe, what I've worked out styrene can come from butane, but we need to work out what butadiene something gas, how that works. So let's have a look. We start with liquid. I know there's a bio rubber that we could also use, but in fact this is what I was assuming I was going to do until I saw we could get rid of some of this gas that we're building up. See, it's already 185 now. Right, this one. More naphtha. Okay. Perhaps that means that increasing naphtha is actually the priority right now. Because naphtha, there's no way naphtha can support a process right now, so there are two recipes bottled. Okay, so there's really only one recipe. So yes, we need to find ways of boosting naphtha. Maybe that one, the crude oil plus hydrogen, is the way to go. That's definitely not a good one for what we have in mind. Yeah, that would seem to increase our naphtha if we were to switch to that. And we have a way of getting rid of oil residuals at the moment. That contrasts to this one. So it'd be getting less fuel oil, but quite a bit more naphtha. We can also, the other approach would be, if we come down, is it down? Where are we making naphtha? Yes, it is down. So we're only using machine ones here, but they're not running all the time either because we don't have enough blue algae. We do have enough carbon dioxide, sulfuric waste water. I guess we can just siphon off more sulfuric waste water. Because at the moment, the sulfuric waste water is coming from over here. as a byproduct of all of this. Gee. I'm kind of going around in circles. Are these things performing to their peak? So we can certainly afford to use more sulfuric wastewater and supply less sulfuric over. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I cut it off completely. Yeah, that was probably a bad move. We'll have to remember to fix that. But we could force the sulfuric wastewater in priority to go this way so that it is in this process, and then all we'd need to do is, I guess, significantly boost the blue algae production, which we can certainly do. And then we can improve these machines, which are hardly moving. Let's run down there. And have a look at. So you are getting your stuff from there, which means you can go up sort of 50%. More than 50% in terms of the production. You have 2 machines. You need 3.2 from the looks of things to satisfy. I don't think steam's an issue. That's without even speeding this up. And the next part of this equation is this one, where the multi-phase oil can handle 1.5 more of these machines. So we can easily speed this up. And what about coming out the other end? Maybe this machine could handle more. We are getting extra fuel. We're actually burning off fuel oil. So I could risk switching this over to hydrogen. I just have to find exactly where the hydrogen is coming in. I don't even know what these are for anymore. I might just remove. Whoops. That was not part of the plan. Hydrogen. Thought we were bringing hydrogen in. Hydrogen gas. No, it stops right there. And it is very difficult to see how we're going to allow it to carry on due to this one. The chlorine gas going up. So that's bad. Huh. I did think that we had hydrogen coming in directly, but maybe that's not the case. Got sulfuric wastewater. Let's go and try and divert more of the sulfuric wastewater this way, because we're going to increase its demand. So it's at this point here that we need to put a valve in, and I'm going to put an overflow valve in. So basically all of it will go this way until it gets up to a certain pressure. You're not an overflow valve. Top-up valve. Overflow valve. That's what we want. So the impact of this one will be We're still getting a little bit from here, which is probably not just a little bit. Probably quite a lot, actually. This might not be the best place to put that. Well, it is building up, so it is partly achieving what we are after, and that is dying off. So yes, we are getting the effect we were after. Okay. This oil refinery needs more blue algae. Let me just do another test here. Minus 0.25. So one of these is actually too fast for one of these. And what is this? That's an algae farm 2. I could easily boost these in speed too. So maybe we need algae farm 3s here. Algae farm 3 is a 1.5 versus 1. That is a 2. Okay, so that's 50% increase. So that's the easiest way to get a boost here. I'm not sure that this sort of boost is nearly enough. I probably need to look at least doubling this. Very slow build. Oh well, let me have a sip of my coffee while we wait. You can see the long period of time this is not even doing anything, and the even longer period of time this one's not doing anything. That's what we're trying to combat. Alright, finally we're about to have our level 3 machine. And we want to be able to make another level 3 machine. We're going to need some steel. I don't really want to... There we go. So I think our minimum outcome should be that this thing is running continuously. Let me just have a look in the oil and gas area. Oil and gas separator. So we could boost that. That would be a 50% increase in speed. We can do that fairly easily. We can in fact take it up to twice the speed fairly easily. Right, another 3. Okay, let's do this again. 1.67. Okay, is that saying that you're now too slow? I think it is. Because you are speed 1.5 and you produce 40 every 20 seconds. So that's 60 every 180 a minute. And you are consuming at the rate of 0.75. Divide, so you're doing 20, hang on. Yeah, you're doing 20 lots. You could be doing 200, but you're only doing 150. So yes, it is confirming that this is too slow. So we need to boost those machines to these machines. Advanced circuits, of course, the thing that we are forever penniless on. That will slow science down even more, but hopefully we'll be able to do something about that. Okay, so yes, these guys. 1, 2. I'll actually just do 1, and then I'll use the fact that we'll have one of these machines as the input into the other one, like I like to do. Now we'll do the other one. Right. So I'd be very surprised if that's enough. It's going to overstate how much we're actually getting from here. Yeah, because we're not getting 500, well... We're not getting 250. Sometimes the maths just starts getting too hard. Are you constantly working? You need 20. It actually looks like you are constantly working now. In fact, it looks like it's more or less balanced, but I don't think that's enough. Because you're not constantly working. So, ideally I want this again. The way I've built this kind of makes that slightly harder, because it's now in the way. Alright, let's make 2 more algae farm 3s. What are we missing? We're missing steel, probably iron, maybe not, yeah, probably iron. Steel and iron, and more steel. Steel, iron, and more steel. Or another one. Okay, steel, iron, and more steel. That's the iron. I don't want to be picking up plastic, but we are. That's not enough, apparently. Probably not enough iron. Nope. Oh, stone brick. It's not the iron, it's stone brick. There we go. Actually, while we're about it, we probably want 2 more of these, which means we're short of steel again. Okay. How are we doing on pipes? Hopefully pipes are sufficient. So generally the idea is to copy that to probably put it about there. which would mean two things. First of all, need to cover up that. Second of all, we want to get rid of all of that. Maybe if I move that over one more, that would be more or less perfect. And you do go up to there, okay. Some power. And we now need to get your material into here. That should be easy enough. You can go near. No, that's not going to work. Whatever. Now, you should be completely overloaded with blue cellulose fibre, but what we're going to do, obviously, is improve your speed. We'll take you up from an oil refinery 1 to... where are they? Here. Oil refinery 2... Oil refinery 3, we just need a little bit of titanium. And oil refinery 3 is a 2.5 speed versus a 1, so much more satisfactory. So let's get some titanium. Do I really want to pick up? I might run up to somewhere where I can get it without polluting my inventory with a whole lot of other stuff. I'm still polluting with other stuff. Never mind. Okay, let's get one of those, and on our way down here we'll drop off this pre-fiberglass stuff that we seem to have picked up. There you go. Down. Down to the oil. And it's still going strong, trying to make all the ingredients to make this thing. But yeah, you can see it's instantly back to max. That means I'm going to be carrying around a oil refinery for a while, but I guess we're probably going to need some more fairly soon. So I guess it's okay. Oil refinery 3. Now I'm expecting this one to be able to smash through the amount of stuff that's getting delivered to it fairly soon. I'm expecting to run almost continuously now. That's definitely a lot better than what it was. So you is crude maxing out. What's that suggesting? I think that's saying we have this machine is too much for this one machine to cope with. I think that's what that says. So we can certainly boost this to a faster machine. Let's start off with an oil refinery 2, but maybe it's actually the oil refinery 3 that we should be doing. In fact, I might just change my mind and go straight to the oil refinery 3 since we can. Yeah, let's just do it. It is one way out of building yourself into a corner, having all these higher level machines that are a lot faster. And then of course we can start throwing modules at the problem as well, but I think modules are still quite some way away. Okay, you should do that. So far you're keeping up. Now you're slightly too slow. But that's balanced. So that's probably about as good as we can get. Is naphtha accumulating? Not really. But it's not dropping to 0, which I guess is an improvement. Maybe because that's full. But that would mean that science, at least down here... where's the naphtha used again? We're getting a bit of action from both machines. That's vastly better than what it was. I'm going to assume, though, that the red circuits will soon prove to be a significant issue, slowing this down. But, and it also means we don't actually have any spare naphtha in spite of speeding this up. Oh, we seem to have an issue here. Maybe somehow my calculation is wrong. Perhaps loss in these pipes somehow is accounting for too much sulfur. So we need to change this as well, I think. I think we need to prioritize delivering the sulfur here rather than just an even split. It seems like an even split would make sense, but clearly it doesn't because it's not causing a problem yet. I guess it could cause a problem. Alright, let's sort out that before it is a problem. We actually have a tiny amount of acid gas. That is a problem. We can't eke out an existence on materials that we're going to use in massive quantities for the next science. That just won't work. So yeah, you need to have an output priority to the left. And it does appear to be doing what we wanted, which is to slowly build this up. Once this is full, it'll start putting the stuff back this way. That actually is a consumer of lead, isn't it? Yes, it's quite nice. The naphtha is still woefully low. So my efforts were basically not nearly enough, I guess. So practically what would be happening if we got hydrogen down here, this recipe is 6 seconds to make 50. Six seconds to make 50. This one is 6 seconds to make 70. Which, you know, it's 40% more, but I'm not sure if it's enough more. 40%, it's still pretty good. How fast do our machines want to consume naphtha? I think it's consumed... Well, if it ever gets excessive, it goes up here, but that's just not happening anymore. How much naphtha do you guys actually want? Per minute, you want 700 naphtha. Per minute, okay. Theoretically, you can produce 1250, but you obviously can't. You're probably getting 1,000, so you want 700 a minute. I have a path over here I should use, haven't I? You want 700 a minute. Right, you want 3,600 a minute. Which is 4,300 a minute, not even allowing. So we need to get up to at least 5,000 or 6,000 a minute. Or say 100 a second. Which would basically be 4 times this, if this was able to, well, let's call it 6 times this. Kind of doubt we've got enough sulfuric wastewater to support that. Are there any other ways to make naphtha? Only if we get that 40%. That's looking kind of important now, isn't it? Getting that 40% extra. And I haven't factored in whatever this is producing. Probably just as well. Alright, let's see if we can get some hydrogen down here. If you weren't there. You can actually reach over to this point. Blue would go 3 further. 1, 2 would go to about here, I think. Yeah. Okay, that sorts out our chlorine problem. That's a bit of a problem. Huh. Only there were longer pipes. I don't think there are, though, in Bob's anymore. Max length, 11. 11, 11, 11. 15. Bronze pipes. Steel pipes, 15. Plastic pipes, 19. Brass pipes, 19. Tungsten pipe, 23. Ooh. Brass, I think we might need you. Right, now back to stone pipe. Oh, where are we going with hydrogen? Oh, right here. We need to keep going. We're almost there, but we need to keep going. And I'm out of stone pipe. Okay. I'm still not going to be switching over wholesale to these longer pipes just yet. We need to have a sink for... do I need another one? No. We need to have a sink for our stone. Okay, hydrogen. Here. Here's where we need the hydrogen. hydrogen. Okay, you are changing your formula to this one. Oh, don't tell me that you're going to be the hydrogen, are you? Yes. Of course you are. All right. Fine. That doesn't work. Hang on. There we go. Now this will still be nowhere near enough. We still need to multiply this by like 4, 5, or 6 or something of that order. All of it. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to do that. Probably need to start considering... the idea of putting that into a city square. And ship in the necessary products, perhaps. What is production now? For the last minute, we want fluids. There's a naphtha. There we go. Let's make it a minute. We're producing about 1.6 to 1.7 K per minute. Alright, so we need to multiply that by sort of 4. And that would just be for now. Then if we want to use the butane, which is kind of where we started, I think the butane is getting to a point where it's desperate. Yeah, it's desperate. So what I was talking about in terms of butane is butane, steam cracking to benzene, and then benzene you have this one, catalytic synthesis to ethyl benzene. Oh, we need hydrogen fluoride gas in that as well. Oh, good God. That's a problem. But the ethyl benzene can become styrene, and finally the styrene. We need the green metal catalyst, but let's have a look at the styrene. The styrene will go to liquid rubber. So that's how we can get rid of the butane. We know how to make hydrogen fluoride gas. It's made using this process, but this process relies on acid gas, of which there is none. So that's a problem. This whole process here, though, I believe we have an alternative now for the tungsten, which I want to have a look at. tungsten ore. Not tungsten ore, tungsten plate. We're not even making processed tungsten at the moment, but okay, so that's the ore. We're interested in the plate. Tungsten plate. Wrong one. I do have issues with the interface on this, even if the search does work better, which is why I keep using FNAI. You see how there's two? I clicked on the wrong one and it just all went away. I've just done it again. There we go, tungsten. Tungsten plate. So there's only one option in terms of how to get here, which is the tungsten powder. But there's two options for the tungsten. That's not what I'm worried about. This tungsten powder. There's two options of making this tungsten powder. This one, which we're using at the moment, and there's also this one, the ammonium paratungstate plus hydrogen. And I think we need to head to this one now that we have the option, as this will let us use processed tungsten, which using the processed form always seems to be an improvement, and ammonia gas. And ammonia gas, we have many options to make it. Blue cellulose fiber, perhaps being the easiest. Blazing waste puffing. Where's the ammonia gas from that? Oh, there. And acid gas. Now that's interesting. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do with the nitric waste water. Blazing waste puffing. I mean, the easiest way to do this is just the blue cellulose fiber, but I kind of want to do this other thing just because. Ammonia synthesis, hydrogen and nitrogen. I don't think I have ammonium chloride building up anywhere. That's the ammonia synthesis, hydrogen and nitrogen. Red metal catalyst is the easy one. Ammonium chloride. I don't think that's the way to go. That's definitely the simplest. This one, what's an artificial puffer atmosphere? Does it give you a net positive on hydrogen fluoride, or is it just a cycle? Or is it even a consumption, which would be bad? Sulfur dioxide gas, and oxygen gas, and hydrogen fluoride gas. That's not what we're looking for. Blazing puffing. Blazing puffing. Blazing puffer. Do I even have such things? I am not sure. Am I in? Yes, I am. Puffer. Doesn't look like I have puffers in here. Maybe I need to do a little bit of that exploring between episodes, guys, but yeah, we need this obviously to work faster, because as you can see, the lack of acid gas has completely killed it. So we have options that don't really use acid gas, so I should probably switch to them. In fact, it has killed it. There is no quantity of tungsten left. I thought it was only used down here, but maybe we just didn't have very much to start with anyway. Ooh, naphtha has actually gone up a whole lot. Oh, because these also use plastic, so it's gone back around in a circle and it's back to plastic. So we need a plastic solution. Which is actually mud, of all things. It's mud that we're short of. Maybe I need to change this over to the sand-based infusion rather than the mud-based, so that we can then redirect all of the mud to here, which can't use sand as far as I can tell. At the very least, though, yeah, if we had a lot more mud, this would fill up a lot more. So it's mud. Mud's the answer. So next episode, I guess it's mud. And of course, this is going to choke us, unless it already has. 198. Too many issues. Too many issues. I may have to see if I can run a pipe out of here. If I made these tungsten pipes that can go 23, would that be enough to get around these things? How big are these things, these machines? They're 5. I think that's 30. So no, tungsten pipes would not work. But we could run... Let's just see how good tungsten pipes are. We can get to there, which then means we can come down here with normal pipes and get out. Alright, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.